Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
Tonight on Game Night, Deborah, Nikki, Lincoln, and myself, Dave, are going to teach and play Duck and Cover, a game for 2 to 7 players, published by Captain Games and designed by Oussama Khelifati. So stick around and see who wins, Duck or Cover.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Lincoln.
Will you teach us Duck and Cover?
I will.
Yay.
Duck and Cover, in this game, these rubber ducks have become unruly in the bathtub and they've been splashing water everywhere.
All right.
And our goal is to minimize the splash.
Naughty ducks.
Now that's the theme. But
I
what
think
we're
it's
really
the Mighty
doing,
Ducks.
what we're really doing is this: we each have the same. We each have cards 1 through 12. We have different themed rubber duck sets, but it's basically just we each have cards 1 through 12. And this is the captain's deck. And in the captain's deck are the numbers 1 through 12 twice. So there's 2 of everything, plus 2 special cards that I will get to when they show up.
Okay.
And we're going to play, the game takes place in 3 rounds, but every round is essentially the game. So we're basically going to play the game
3 times.
then we're going to reshuffle everything, then we'll play it again, then we'll play it again. And the object of the game is to have the lowest possible score. This is one of those games where scoring is bad.
Okay.
All right? So you don't want to score points if you can help it. But the turn works like this. We're going to turn over a card from the captain's deck, and it's going to reveal one of these 12 numbers. That's a 5. And when that happens, you will do one of 3 things with that 5. You will either duck or cover, or the third thing, which I'll get to in a second. Even though the game is called Duck and Cover, it really should be called Cover and Duck, because you're going to cover way more than you duck. But let me explain what cover is first. Cover is you're going to take wherever that card is in your array, and you're going to move it to an adjacent card, but not diagonally, just orthogonally, and you're going to cover that card. So, for example, I could move this 5 here to this 11, and I could cover that 11.
Yeah, that 11's a 4 splat.
And the
or
reason that
splash.
I'm covering it is, as Lincoln has alluded to, these are your splash numbers. And when the round ends, you are going to score the splash numbers in one of 2 ways. If you have only 1 pile left at the end of the round, then that splash number will score negative for you. So that's good. If you have more than 1 pile at the end, then you will total them all up and they will score positive for you. And I will explain later how the round will end. So in my case, I'm going to cover this 1 right here. All right? And we would all be doing the same thing at the same time. We're going to all do this simultaneously.
Why would you cover the...
He's just banking that maybe you'll have
It's
a high
not-
value.
It's not good strategy.
Okay.
But hey, the next card is the 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Ha ha ha.
So, I don't have a 1 anymore. I have covered it. So I can neither duck nor cover.
This is
So
the third thing
here
you
is
can
the
do.
weird edge case.
Okay.
I am required by the rules of the game now to quack.
Yes.
Quack.
Quack.
Okay? That's my entire turn. But let's say I did the correct thing last turn and I
Right.
put this here. Okay? Here's the 1. So now I can either duck or cover. Now, covering, I can go here
Yeah.
or here or here. But what ducking means instead of covering
I thought ducking was the quacking part. Yeah.
is to move the card. Let's say this, instead of a 1, was the 4. I could use this 4 to cover here, or I could duck. Duck means moving a car to an empty space in your area that is adjacent to an existing card. So I could move the 4 to here. I could move the 4 to here. You are not limited by your 4x3.
Okay.
I could not move the card to here because
Right.
diagonal does not count, but I could move it here.
Right.
So at the beginning of the game with the 5, instead of doing this, I could just simply have put the 5 here if I wanted to.
Okay.
as my very first move. All right? But let's say I did move the 5 here. And here's another card. Hey, it's the other 5. There's only 2 of those in the whole deck. So now I can either duck or cover. When I do that, I am not just moving the 5. I'm moving the whole pile that the 5 is on. Right? You're never going to uncover a card you cover in the base game anyway. So I could move that to there or here, or I could take it to this. I could duck to the empty hole, or I could go to over here or whatever. And we're going to keep doing that until one of 2 things happens. If someone gets down to 1 pile, that ends the round. All right? But eventually, a lot of these numbers are going to become useless to all of us. When all 4 players quack, let's say this 5, we all went quack, that means this card is no good to any of us. This card moves from the captain's pile, that's what this is called, to the discard pile. We'll put it over here or somewhere. When the number of cards in the discard pile plus the number of players in the game equals 11, that ends the round. So in a 4-player game, when we get our 7th card here, that ends the round. So the round ends in one of 2 ways. When there are 7 cards in the discard pile, or if someone gets down to 1 pile.
Okay.
All right? These cards will never be shuffled back in, because if this runs out and we still haven't achieved game end condition, we'll reshuffle these and make a new deck and keep turning cards over. Now, there are 2 special cards in the deck. The first one is this one. And this is basically, you treat that as whatever the highest numbered card is in your array. So right now that for me is 12. But if I had covered this earlier, my highest numbered card is now 10. So for me, this card is a 10. All right? And you will never quack on that card because you'll always have a highest card.
Sure.
And then the other special card is this repeat card. And what that means is the same number that you just did. So in this particular case, if I had this covered, my highest card is a 10. So for me, this card means do 10 again. But if it came 5 and then this would be do 5 again. So without reshuffling, you could do a number 3 times or 4 times if it's also your highest number, right? So that is the entire game.
Okay.
Obviously, if you can get down to 1 pile, and if you can get down to 1 pile with your 12, then you will score -5. At the risk, of course, of scoring +5.
We had a
There's a
friend that
shoot
was trying to do that and then
Yeah.
got stuck with 3 piles
There's
or something.
a shoot the moon
Yeah.
quality to this. Got it. I'm going to save that strategy for
When you're
maybe
in trouble.
the 3rd round or something.
Well, before we get started, let's thank Gamegenic for sponsoring this episode and for providing accessories. Today we're just using their sleeves, and they're matte sleeves, which we love very much.
Yes.
Here we go. 10. Hey, the previously mentioned 10. All right. Oh. Deborah is going to duck and not cover.
Yeah, the 4. But I guess it's early. I'll put it here.
All right. 11. Quack.
Quack.
Six. Ugh.
Clowns, welcome.
7.
Quack.
All right. 1.
Oh, I knew that was coming. It's because now I'm developing these islands that are going to require me to duck.
That's okay.
10.
Quack.
Oh, well, I'll move a 10 then.
Well, you're saving us.
You are.
I'm gonna duck though. I'm just gonna put it here. 4. Quack.
This is fine.
5. Quack.
Quack. Hey, Deborah and Nikki. Hooray! That's going to be bad.
Yep.
Whatever your highest card is.
And I knew that was coming, of course. Here we go.
It's a 9. Wait, do I want to do that? Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go there.
All right. And a 2. Oh, look at that setup.
That is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, but I've covered my 1.
7.
Quack.
Who cares if you get down to 1 pile?
Yeah.
3.
That was a quack for me, by the way.
Okay.
Quackity, quackity.
3 again.
Quack again.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. It's okay. It's okay. I think that's fine.
6.
Quack.
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 I can move it. Except I don't know where.
8.
Quack. Quack.
Wow, Nikki.
It's not great, but I'll do that.
Hey, it's 1 less pile.
Oh, yeah.
9.
Quack.
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 Oh, I'll save you all. But I really don't want to cover that 1.
I agree. I already did it, and I'm in trouble.
But you know what?
You shoot the moon.
No, I'll put it here. I'll be the smart.
Shoot the pool.
12.
Quack.
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 Here they come.
8.
Quack.
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 Nikki.
I don't really want to move that.
You can always just duck.
I know, but I think I haven't been paying attention to how
Just
many
put,
times 8
just put it
came
on
out.
the... It's
Top of
definitely
the
come at
2.
least once. I'd put it on top of the 6, yeah.
I would.
2, 6, I mean.
Yeah.
12.
Quack.
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 Do that.
Yeah.
5.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack. Oof.
Hey.
I'm going to have 5 points.
3. Hooray!
Hooray, he said. It's still on that 2. I just have to do it. That way it's only 4.
9. Oh, I just covered my 9.
Quack.
Quack.
How many quacks do we do?
7.
Seven,
Oh, it
okay.
is 7, okay.
It's number of
Yeah,
players.
plus
mi-
yeah.
Has to equal 11.
Minus 11, yeah.
11
From
minus the
11.
number of
Yeah,
players
there
is
you
the
go.
cards left.
4.
Quack.
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 Oh, yeah, quack, sorry.
2.
Quack.
Quack.
Not me.
I can do it.
I can do it
Nice.
too.
Well, I guess I'm covering up my 0. Eek.
You might get lucky and be able to have...
If the last
minus
card is an
3 or
8, you
minus
have
one.
minus 3.
I
Oh, I
might.
should have done that.
There. We'll
I
play
totally
it.
forgot that rule.
I never play that
What
way.
rule?
Well, that if it's a single
Yeah.
pack, it's negative. So I could have put the 3 on top of that and gotten -1. I just forgot.
Way back when?
Well, when the last 3, this
Oh.
one,
Let's
I could
do
have
it.
done it. You sure?
Sure.
That's a little bit of a
You don't
backtrack.
care, do you?
Wait, but does that... Did
Oh
she
no!
move
Wait.
it
Oh
next?
no! I ducked it. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
to duck
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
It was over there. I ducked it here. You're right.
Great.
You're right. Thank you. Okay. Good.
Here we go.
Okay.
11.
Quack.
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 Okay.
Shuffle
1,
them up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Last one.
Come
we go.
on,
Boo,
8.
4
1 or 3
points.
would do for me. I would happy.
Yeah, I know. You'd be one.
Actually, I'd be happy with
I'm either at 0 or
Eight.
negative
Problem is,
2.
there's so few numbers. It's
Lincoln
gonna,
needs the 7 for the side. That would be great, man.
yeah,
It
but
would
the
be
problem
cool.
is, well, hopefully either that or the largest number would make me happy.
7 or an 8. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. You and Nikki both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be really good for you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, come on. No.
Okay, so this is special card, brings out another rules thing, which is good, I guess. If the last card went in the discard pile, then the repeat card also goes in the discard pile.
Boom. Okay,
Quack.
quackity
That
quack.
triggers the end.
Quackity quack.
Boo.
10
Yeah,
would
the
be-
10 was
Yeah,
bad.
wouldn't have done-
Next
would've
card
quacked
wouldn't have worked
us.
anyway.
Yeah, it would have quacked us
Okay.
anyways.
All right,
Quacked us.
It would
so
have quacked us.
Nikki, how
I
many
have
points?
4.
I have
we
4
have
as
to
well.
quacked us our duck and
4.
cover
Lincoln
strategy.
has 4. Deborah,
1.
1.
1. And Dave has 1. All right. Shuffle
Cool.
your 12 cards.
Super cute.
If the repeat card is the very first card of the game, it also goes in the discard pile.
Don't shuffle it on top, Dave. Although it sometimes is bad, so I don't know.
I mean, the odds of any of those cards being ones we needed were bad
Yeah,
anyway,
anyway.
but I should have had one of you guys cut that deck is what I should have had.
Would it have made any difference, Dave?
I have to tell you, in kind of a like peace and love gesture and everything, I was kind of pulling for the 8 or the 7 for you guys.
Yeah.
That would have been
Cool to
really
see it,
exciting.
Yeah.
I did not like covering my 1.
Negative
Peace
score
and
is
love.
tough to get to. My decks are all just,
Your ducks are not in a row?
they're not in a row. They're in
Get your ducks in a row, Dave.
3 rows.
Cool.
It is interesting though because they call this the discard pile,
Right.
which means this isn't
Right,
it's
isn't
the
discarded.
captain's pile.
Are we the captain
I don't
These are
know.
Captain Games.
of our bathtub
I
boats?
guess we
The
are.
guy
We're
that's
trying to control our.
Oh no, the guy.
flipping is the captain.
They do say like
Oh.
just designate
So
one person
you're
as
the
flip the
captain.
captain.
Okay.
I'm-
Captain Dave.
Look at me. Look at me.
I am my captain, my captain.
6. Right.
Don't do that. Oops, I'm knocking my cards all over the place.
2. All right. 3.
That is funny.
Oh, quack.
Wait, you already covered
No,
it?
you've got-
Oh no, I have a
You got
3.
3.
I just couldn't see it. All right. I had to have a 3, right? 10.
Quack.
Quack.
Ugh. This is ugly.
It's not good over here either. You kind of have the
It
same
always
thing as
feels that way
Nikki.
though. 10 again.
Quack.
To that noise.
Well, there you go. Now I've got 2 separate areas. That's
Yeah,
always
it won't
smart.
be too hard to tie it together.
Hey,
10
10 again.
Again.
Quack.
3 times 10. That's crazy.
Wow. Not really
gonna-
what I wanted to
I'm
happen.
going to cover that 6.
Should have cut the deck, Dave. Just joking.
When it comes up your highest possible card, it'll be 10 again for me. 7. Quack.
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 Lincoln moves all to himself. 11. Quack.
Quack.
Yay, I can do something.
7. Quack.
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 4.
Quack.
Ooh. Ooh.
This is bad.
Boy. I don't want to cover the 1 or the 2.
Got messy real fast.
All right, I'm going to move that 4 to
Well, that 2
here.
10s and a repeat was
Yeah.
rough.
Not good for us.
That's
Our
terrible.
turn covered.
Everything about this is terrible. I'm
Agreed.
going to do this. I'm going to try something different. Here we go.
Something new has been added.
9. Quack.
I don't want to do that.
5.
Quack.
Nine.
Quack.
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 Nikki
can move
P.
Keeping us going.
Keeping us alive.
Yeah.
8. Quack.
Quack.
Hey, Deborah.
3.
Quack.
Quack.
Nope, I got a 3.
I
and
can
so does
move it
Nikki.
too.
Okay, there. 5.
Quack.
Your highest card.
That's your 10, Dave.
It is, finally. Look at that.
Look at that. Nicely done.
4. Quack.
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 8. Quack.
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 Wow. Here goes quickly.
6.
Quack.
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 Hey,
Got
Deborah.
it.
Oh, saving the rest of us from ourselves. Here, I can move down for you
Here.
if you want.
I'm okay. No, that's all right. This is fine. It's the same difference.
2.
Hey, that's wonderful,
Yeah.
Deborah. Quack.
12. Quack.
Quack.
12.
Quack.
Wow.
1.
Quack.
I can do
Alright.
it.
Mm.
11. Quack.
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 1.
Quack. Dave.
One
Dave's
pile.
done.
0.
Negative 0.
And
though.
we're done, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
For second round.
Round 2. All right, Nikki, what do you got?
1 point.
Nice.
Lincoln.
2.
Deborah.
3.
Dave. Negative. I'm going to write negative 0.
Negative 0.
All right. The final round.
It's the final round.
Now.
Now.
Do.
It's the final
Diddly-doo-doo.
duck round.
There we go.
Dave, the chaotic neutral energy over there.
3 and 4.
All right. Cut those.
Nah, it was totally fine the last time.
I know.
Oh,
He just doesn't want
Terrible.
to say now it's
Card
really
sleeves.
messed up.
terrible.
I missed. Here we go. 4.
And down that way.
And 8. And 10.
Yikes.
Agreed.
Goodbye, 4. You're all on your own now.
That's how I feel about that.
2.
Quack. Oh no, it's there.
A 5.
Quack.
8. Quack.
Quack.
A 2. A 1.
Well, all right.
A 5.
Quack.
A 12. Quack.
Quack.
Nope.
Ooh, both of you have your 12s. Nice.
Hey.
Oh, you're going for the negative?
No,
Oh,
not necessarily. I'm too chicken to go for the negative.
you might. You could try. You could try for it. 10.
Quack.
Quack.
Ooh.
11.
Quack.
12.
I'm a quack.
I'm a quack too, but they each have
Yes.
12s.
God darn it.
Yeah, go for it.
Eef.
I'm mad at you.
When you get to move your highest card
I
next.
know.
7.
Quack.
Quack.
Nope.
Oh, Lincoln's got a 7. 9.
Quack. Ugh, I'm screwed.
9 again.
Quack
That's
again.
the worst. That is the worst. 6.
Quack.
Quack.
I can do it.
Hey, Nikki B.
I have a 6. Goodbye,
Yay,
worm.
Dave.
11.
Quack.
Quack.
Ugh.
6 again.
Quack.
That's me and Nikki. Oh man.
I don't know what I got this 3 out here in the middle of nowhere.
It's okay. You'll
It's
never
by-
beat my
it's
9.
not been
I'm
moved
gonna
yet.
do it.
Well,
Or maybe not. You might have readjusted. Hey,
3.
there you go, Nikki B.
Phew.
just look at that.
Yeah,
Nikki's
I'm not
gonna.
doing that one. Too scary.
Oh, Nikki for the win. 4.
Quack.
Quack.
Dave.
Oh.
Dave can do it.
3.
Woohoo.
Okay.
Quack.
1
Nikki
pile.
wins.
Yeah. No, I'm on. Oh, but Nikki.
No,
wins.
that ends the round.
Ends the round.
Wow,
I
that
think
was
so.
terrible.
Nikki, you have
Final
negative
Very
one.
well
Minus
done.
one.
Hang on.
Nice.
Minus one.
a 12.
Oh,
12. Deborah.
2.
Well, you had to go for it.
Two.
I wasn't going for that.
And I have 4. So my score is 5. You have 2,
6,
Deborah?
yeah,
Deborah's
6.
is 6. Lincoln's is 16? 18. And Nikki's is 4.
4.
Oh.
4, 5, 6.
Wow, 17 or 18.
Yeah,
whatever.
18.
That was a
Brilliant.
terrible last round for
It
me.
was
I
a
don't quite
tough
understand
last
how that
round for you,
worked.
yeah.
I mean, it's random,
Yeah,
right?
love
So you can have. I kind of like that the arrays are shuffled, so they're different for everybody because they
Right.
have to be. But that also means that it's very possible that you might just luck into a great array or have like the
Yeah.
world's worst array from the very beginning, and it's just the way it is.
Right. So what'd you think, Nikki P? The winner.
Oh, I like this game. We've played it several
Yeah.
times. It's a lot of fun. It's weird. For some people, it takes a minute to wrap your head around this number, the big number, and
Yeah,
the
the
negative
splash number.
in the splash number. But it's a lot of fun. We actually got a chance to play it early on, and it was pretty good then. But
Yeah.
with this art and the decks being different themes is makes it even more fun.
Yeah, there were 3 other decks that you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
choose from.
Yeah.
Although the score thing only has 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7.
No, it has 7.
And the whole idea of doing a negative, I mean, it's funny, I did it
Yeah.
for this. I never play that way. Never.
Right.
I always just try to go for the 0 on
Yeah.
the top
Yeah.
because you can really get yourself into trouble if you're saving a high number to be a negative.
For sure.
Well, here's what I like about the negative, right? So going into the last round, the score was I had 1, Deborah had 4, Nikki had 5, and Lincoln had 6,
Wow.
right? So
We all had a shot.
not only did you all have a shot, but let's say Lincoln, instead of having 6, had 8. Then Lincoln knows in round 3 he's going to go for a big negative.
Yeah.
That's like your only
Yeah.
chance, and it gives you something else to do.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of neat because it never even occurred to me to think of trying to go for a negative round 1. Right? I was just trying to get as few
Well,
points
yeah.
as possible just to see where I could
It's
be.
a downer that it was a -0. Would have been great if it was,
Yeah.
you know.
Second, yeah.
Well, because it's -0, right? Because
Yeah.
I was trying to get the lowest score.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to negate my score.
Yeah.
And in fact, had that not been the 0, then Nikki wouldn't have won, right?
Right.
I would have a
Right.
better score.
Yes.
Right. It was really cool.
What do you think, Deborah?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
there
I
you go.
mean, delightful. Absolutely delightful. Love it. I could play this all day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. It's easy. It's fast. It's a quick teach. All those things that make for oh, let's bring it to dinner
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
play while we're waiting
Right.
for things to come.
Absolutely.
You know, it takes a little bit of table space, but
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah.
What's
really
nice
good.
is it's really, really fast.
Yeah.
Which is important because there's a little player interaction.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I'm counting the quack as player interaction.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Plus,
Yeah.
just happily when somebody else
Yeah.
doesn't make it,
Yeah.
you know, become another quack card.
And like you said, there is a little bit of because you're not playing against each other, you're just ooh, even though I would make me lose, I would love for
Yeah.
you to get that
Yeah.
high negative. You
Right.
know?
Right.
You
And
work
barring
for each other.
and barring any sort of extra weirdness or just not grokking the game in
Yeah.
any way, I wouldn't surprise me if the scores were always relatively close-ish.
Sure. But I mean, it is random. I mean, the deck show up you guys moved 3 10s. We didn't move any, right?
Yeah.
No, I moved 3 10s.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Who was it? I thought
I
one
did.
person.
I moved to 10 3 times.
Yeah, me too.
Did you move 10?
No.
Okay, so
No,
it was
you were
Nikki and I.
quacking.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
I can't because it was 3 10s. I couldn't move,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
then the number after that I couldn't move either.
Yeah,
so I
that's
was like,
rough.
okay, 4 turns, I can't move anything. This
It's-
is fantastic.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, right? That someone keeps you alive by not putting a card in the discard,
But they're moving
but
a
they're
card.
getting a move
So
and you're
you're not
not.
getting-
For me, that's the thing about this game. I feel like you want to avoid ducking. You only want to do ducking when you have to get cards together.
Yeah.
Right.
Because falling behind on covering a card is bad. You only have so many opportunities, particularly if there's only 2.
Right.
And the low value card thing, which is cool because there's no low value, but the high value card's cool because it's whatever conditional for you, which is nice.
Right.
But man, you definitely want to avoid not covering.
Well, now you got me intrigued because I wasn't thinking strategically this way. But what if at the beginning of the game, maybe next time I play, like, what if I don't cover my 12 or 11 or 10? Because those are the cards everyone else will cover. Then when they come up in the deck, only I be moving them.
It's curious.
Right? If you cover the 12 and the 11 and the 10 before any of them come up, that's 6 cards in here now that are moved
Very
for
true.
me and not
Very
for
true.
you. And maybe there's something to that. Now,
Are you going to move all of those or just like avoid one of them, right?
I would
Because that's 3 cards you don't
try
move.
it.
I would keep them all. Because the nice thing about...
Well, then you won't be moving.
No, he said just don't cover them. So you
Right,
could
but my
cover a
point is
different-
then you
I'd
are...
be covering other stuff.
You'd be
Other
covering
stuff.
other
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trading those moves
Yeah.
for other moves.
for other
later.
moves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It depends on what shows up too. So
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
it's frustrating when... Now, I think all 3 of these games, the 12 was not on the edge. I don't like the 12 being on the edge. For whatever reason, it just never worked for me. But it didn't really work that well for me here. But I like it being in because I want to be able to have more than one opportunity to cover those big numbers. And I've done my share of wins on these.
Right. You don't want the 11 in the corner when these are the 2 cards next to
Correct.
it. Right? 'Cause
That's
you're
it's
like,
almost
I don't
always
wanna
like
cover,
that. Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
cover my 3 or my
Yeah,
1.
yeah,
But again, I what you said, I think you're better off covering one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's a cover.
Right.
Right.
And even though you'll lose that move later,
Right.
It's interesting. I also love the clock at the end, the quacks that
Oh my
line
gosh,
up.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
to just see how long you're going to last.
It's interesting that
really
we
fun.
actually made it through the reshuffle because that
Yeah,
is
we
not
did.
common.
Yeah.
right.
It is, well, we only have 4 players. So as it gets, like Dave was saying, it's the number of players minus 11, right? It's how many cards left
Right.
or that quack out
Right.
that end the game. And we've played it with, I think 4 maybe. We might have played 7 people once.
Yeah.
7 people. Wow,
yeah.
that means
Yeah.
4 cards.
Yeah.
But here's the reality.
Yeah.
There's a lot more cards
course.
available
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that it
More
potentially
people.
holds it out. I think we might have had, one of those games we might have actually reshuffled with like a large number of people, which, was amazing.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I played this was a 2-player game. So
Yep.
it was 9 cards. And a 2-player game is actually, in an odd way, slightly more strategic because in the 2-player game, I was absolutely taking a 15% focus on what numbers my opponent had. Because it was like, okay, he just covered his 9, so that means if I cover my 9, that's a bad card for us.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
in
wow.
a 4-player game, I
Okay.
wasn't...
Oh.
Oh,
in
like a
4-player game,
cooperative strategy almost.
well, it's funny you mentioned that. But I was
Yeah.
saying in a 4-player game,
Yeah.
there's no chance I was looking at your
Yeah,
board
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to figure anything
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I was just playing my own game. But you can do that a little bit in a 2-player game. The game comes with a gajillion advanced variants. One
Yeah.
of which is a cooperative
Okay.
variant where you actually play cooperatively and
Neat.
you're trying to beat sort of a target score.
Yeah.
Some of the variants are really simple, which is score the number and not the splash points. So a 12 is in fact 12.
Right,
And an 11 is 11.
Right.
One of the variants, which is more sort of gamery, is you shuffle up the captain deck and then you deal it evenly to all players.
Oh.
And if in doing that there are some left over, you just put them here, and then you start. Say Nikki's a start player, and she plays one of the cards from her hand, and that's the number for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
played
So
any
Nikki
of
says
the
we're playing a
variants.
9, and Lincoln
Right.
says okay. And if Lincoln has a
Oh,
special
you
card,
choose which one
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Nice.
Nick,
That's interesting.
not randomly.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
She chooses a card from her hand. Obviously, you have
Wow.
fewer
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
And then when you're done with that, the next card would be this one.
Right.
Hey, look,
Hey,
it
look
just
at
happens
that.
to be that. But you could have a special card in your hand
Yeah.
in an instance, right?
Interesting.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
make that the last card you played like, oh my gosh, fantastic. I can move that one.
That gives you sort of more strategy. There's a third.
I want to try that.
Yeah.
We didn't pull it out, but the advance thing comes with one more set of duck cards, so you can have an 8th player, and
Okay.
it also comes with another special card that isn't anything. It's just special. So it's a special card that can trigger other more variants.
Right, that is an
okay.
expansion. It's not in the game.
Expansion, correct.
Yeah.
One of those things, one of those variants,
And it might be a promo, by the way, so that's
Yeah.
hard to get.
one of those variants, says me, is when the special card comes up, everybody.
That's
Pa-
the star.
No, it's just a special.
I mean, I think it's a star card, I think.
Okay, sure. So when the star comes up, you do the rule that you've agreed ahead of time is the rule for the star.
Right.
Okay.
And one of those rules is when the star comes up, everybody takes their lowest card or pile, whatever, and passes it to the player on the left.
Oh.
Okay.
And that person has to duck with it. You
Right.
can't. You don't cover.
Can't cover.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was just thinking there's strategy to it if you were a better card counter, you would know.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, 1 6 has come out, or 2 6s have come out. If I move this, I'll
You
never
don't even
get a
have to
chance
really
move
be that
around.
good of a card counter
Right.
because
Right.
some of these cards haven't even moved at all.
Sure, but they're certainly in the
If you
beginning.
ducked it, then you might lose that
But they're
track of
but,
that.
yeah, that tracker of it. I'm terrible at remembering that kind of stuff in
Yeah.
games like this. So
I wasn't doing any of that.
yeah, but you could conceivably, if you were good at that, be able to use that strategy.
Awesome. Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Dave.
You're welcome, Lincoln.
And thanks again to Gamegenic for sponsoring this episode and for providing accessories. And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you do, click on the bell to get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.